Yeah, I bet you didn't expect to see us back, huh? You fucking smarmy fucks. Welcome to the Gooncast. I'm Saber.
Hi.
I like how Lee's mic cuts out right as he tries to Pillarman. It's beautiful. Yeah, this is the JoJo's episode.
Hell yeah.
It's the Jojo episode
And
that
more-
we've been
and-
promising for
A year and a
some
half.
time.
Yeah, and more importantly, I sent somebody with a nice cock as their guest star.
Oh,
Mon check?
What?
Mon check? Cock
Mod
check?
check.
Nice
check?
cock.
Nice cock for real, for real.
That's right, fools. He's back.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Nikku back with the Goon Squad, with the Gooncast. And yes, thank you guys for having me for the JoJo episode.
Well, yeah.
I feel like we couldn't do it without you.
I mean, you know, there's only one other person besides Cal who posts in my Twitch chat. You know, JoJo fans when they see unsuck cock. So
Not even
Yeah,
Sunday, dude.
The faithful Gooncast listeners out there may remember Nikku from our Silent Hill retrospective episode. So, and if you haven't listened to that one, go back, get to know Nikku a little bit, and then come back here and listen to this one.
yeah.
Preemptively, I apologize for my bad opinions and facts in this Silent Hill.
Listen, you were distracted by Kit
fine.
Harington.
I
his
was,
direwolf.
you know what? I was distracted by my rage about Kit Harington,
It's
for sure.
fine.
For sure. Don't make me pet your direwolf, for
Well,
fuck's
yeah.
sake.
Anyways, I'm
Please pet my
James,
direwolf.
also known as Saber0307, and you know, once again, we got Kat and Lee here. Say hi,
Yeah,
Kat
what's
and
up?
Lee.
What's up? I'm Kat. I'm dialogue designer by day. I do other stuff at night. I'm a lot of things.
JoJo fan at night.
mostly a stand user at night, for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's your boy Lee Alder, the Valley Jester, fantasy and horror enthusiast, and my day job has absolutely nothing to do with what we talk about here on the podcast.
Yeah, it's great.
Teehee.
Yeah, so I guess enough beating around the bush because this is a fucking very, very dense topic, and there's fucking 6 goddamn parts that we're talking about.
Oh my god,
Surface
yeah.
level talking about. But yeah,
Sorry,
you know,
sorry, manga readers. We're only talking about 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read the manga. I'm assuming none of you
yeah.
have read the manga. I know Cal's read the
No.
manga.
I'm actually keeping up with the releases of
Oh.
chapters in 9.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I have been tempted to start 7 and 8 just because I know I'll have to wait forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's neither here nor there right now. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
But for now, anime only nerd over here. For everything too.
And I know Nikku can't read.
Yeah, reading's hard.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikku can't read.
Balls exposed.
Yeah, so yeah, we're here to discuss JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Where the fuck do we even start?
I mean, got to be our first exposure to the series. I would wager, which at least in my case is you dick.
Wow. That's funny because my first exposure was also James.
Yeah, we don't shut
Who'd have thunk it?
JoJo fans don't shut the fuck up about JoJo.
Yeah.
It's true. But also because I definitely resisted for a very long time just because I was like, oh my god, I know it's like hundreds of episodes. James, shut up. I don't want to watch your anime. But then at one point I got really sick. I had like a really bad like fever. This was pre-COVID, I think. But I had a like bad fever and like headache and just like I was fucking out. I couldn't do anything. And my husband, then fiance, was like, "Hey, let me put something on to like, you know, just kind of like settle you down." And he popped on JoJo's Part 1.
That's amazing.
So all of Part 1 is basically like a fever dream to me. Like I could barely tell you about what happens in Part 1. I remember like people's limbs getting frozen and shattered, and that's about it. So yeah.
Well, I mean, Dio.
Yeah, Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikku, how'd you get in?
Believe it or not, I'm probably like the single viewer that still watches Toonami. So they
Hell
aired-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
yeah, they showed it on there, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I want more. Like, I had never even heard of JoJo before. I think if I hadn't watched it on Toonami, it would have probably been the same thing for me, and Saber would have been the one who got me into JoJo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
man, I miss Toonami from back in the day.
Yeah,
Me
same.
too.
Damn, I'm remembering
Yeah.
some of those like really golden lineups where it was like Ronin Warriors into Sailor Moon into an hour of DBZ. Oh,
Mhm.
The various
God,
different
yes.
Gundams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gundam was in there for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My exposure, yeah, I'm one of those people who's very knee-jerk and defensive about when people push a show or a movie really, really super intensely. And that's
Yep.
not to say that Saber did. He actually was a little more chill about it than other people who gave me that issue.
Yes.
Like a
Yeah,
very
James
good
is
friend
always
who I don't want to expose on podcast, but a great friend of mine from high school who just would not shut the fuck up about Attack on Titan when it first came out.
Oh, uh-huh. Mhm.
And then finally, one day, after like it's 2 seasons deep already, I'm like, fine, I'll watch your stupid fucking show. And then like after I made it through like the first half of season 1, where I want to stay vague in case people still give a shit about the show, but they introduce a group of characters who seem really interesting and like immediately body them
Uh-huh.
in like
Yes.
2 episodes, and I go, what the fuck was that about? He's like, yeah, doesn't it suck? Like like how much they make you care and then make you hurt. I'm like, I can read Grimdark. I don't need to.
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
don't. Okay, I'm good, man. The part where the little things on their waist go V and then they shoot across the sky, that's great.
Yep.
Everything else I'm good on. But
I
James
will
wouldn't
say,
stop.
as a big as an Attack on Titan fan who only really started liking the show like season 4, you made the right decision.
Very good. I'm glad to hear that.
I stuck it out and I really liked where the story went, but holy shit.
Yeah.
There was a big chunk where I was just like, all right, let's pick up the pace here.
One of those crawlers.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saber here was pretty insistent on me checking out JoJo, and I don't think I really hit like a particular like fine fuck it I'll do it point where I just like begrudgingly threw it on. I think I just gave it a shot one day. And then yeah, I was down the rabbit hole. I only had a few hiccups in my ability to watch it because I got my fiance into it. And so I had to start scheduling my viewing around her availability, which kind of slowed it down, but it was worth it.
Yeah, Will and I also watched it together, and yeah, it actually I think Saber tweeted about it at some point or like posted somewhere about it that like I was genuinely like, oh James, I don't want to watch JoJo's. I can't get into like that long of a series, and then like months and months later, I texted him being like, so Will and I are like 90 episodes in, like
Yeah.
like literally like 2 weeks into us starting watching.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
I
remember. I just remembered
it.
I just remembered what the tipping point was. I remember what it was Saber said to me that made me say, okay, fine, fuck it. Was he informed me that the villain of a later season was serial killer David Bowie.
Yeah, yep.
And I said, oh, why didn't you open with that?
Well, you gotta build up the serial killer David Bowie,
Let me clear
man.
my schedule.
Oh, we'll get to him later.
Yeah.
James, how did you get into JoJo's? I don't think you've ever told me.
So
Was it Cal?
Well,
no,
when he
I
came
got
out
Cal
of the
into
womb,
JoJo.
he had a purple star tattoo on his shoulder.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, I got Cal into JoJo's. No, I had heard about JoJo's years and years and years ago, but to give you an idea on how like disconnected from anime and manga I was, I just assumed it was a fighting game franchise. That's literally all I had known about it. Like that there was that one Capcom game, and then like there was some PS3 game. And then anyways, in like early 2017, I was going through a period of major depression. That was kind of like around the time you started at Naughty Dog Cat. And just really, really, really kind of like burned out and depressed and bummed out and all that fun shit. It was fucking great. It lasted like 3 goddamn months. And during this period, I ended up throwing on a bunch of different YouTube videos, and at some point, Super Eye Patch Wolf popped into my feed. and he had a video essay on why you should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I was like, wait, that fighting game? What? So I watched this video and I was like, all right, this seems vaguely interesting. I have nothing better to do, and I'm too, like, depressed to fucking play video games. I'm just mostly, like, as a vegetable or whatever. I'm just gonna throw it on because I have this fucking Crunchyroll account that has just been wasting for months because I don't really watch anime.
And a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, it's $5 a month, but still. And then the next, I was watching like an episode a night, and then that turned into like 2 episodes a night, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I know, about in the span of 3 weeks, I'd binged all 4 parts that were available. And then I couldn't shut the fuck up about it, and no, yeah, I got Cal into it. She basically was in your shoes of begrudgingly like, fine, I will watch it because I was like, dude, you just use my Crunchyroll account, just fucking watch it.
And ladies and gentlemen, his depression was lifted.
No, it literally, JoJo's literally dragged me kicking and screaming out of my depression because of how silly and irreverent and fun and creative, and how fucking gay this show is. This show, god damn, this show is fucking gay.
JoJo fan.
JoJo fan? JoJo fan?
I think that kind of perfectly segues into like the next topic we wanted to talk about, which was exactly what we like about the show. And like, you kind of hit all the points that I had kind of been thinking of, James. That like, yeah, 100%. It's just so creative and insane.
Yeah.
And gay.
Yeah, it's
so gay.
It's like it definitely has its faults early on. Like in Phantom Blood is very much a product of its era, where it's basically, Fist of the North Star meets Bram Stoker's Dracula. But like the fact that it avoids, for the most part, the typical shonen power level creep. And the fact that almost every single fight or encounter in this fucking show plays out wildly fucking differently, and how inventive these encounters are was what really captivated me. The fact that you could have, like, Jotaro Kujo, who's, like, especially in part 3, the most OP imbalanced motherfucker ever, only for him to get his ass kicked by a fucking rat in part 4 is like, it's wild. Like, you have like Okuyasu, who has potentially one of the most OP stands ever. And for those who are unaware, stands are basically an individual's psychic punching ghost. And they have a very, 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 very specific power.
Yeah,
that's
usually
weird.
they're psychic punching ghosts. Sometimes they're like a radio tower.
Or a sword.
Or a sword.
Or an entire
a gun.
ship.
or whatever. And he has like, or a monkey, or a horrible monkey. Where you can have one of the most powerful fucking stands imaginable, but be so fucking stupid that you don't know how to use it properly. Was just fascinating.
Stop spoiling my list, James.
Well, I don't know what your list is, goddammit. There's thousands of battles, goddammit.
I think that was part of the beauty of the whole series when I got into it. Because, yeah, when you first start, it's very much a product of its time. And then even as you start to dip into the stand material, even that starts to slowly shift and find its groove.
Yeah.
And the unique traits of every stand become so, like, some of them you just have to stop and think, like, what practical use in a fight for your life is that stand gonna possibly have?
Yeah.
And they do some weird 4D chess with that shit.
Yep.
Like,
and then they're just like, here, let me show you.
Yeah.
Hold my fucking beer.
And as far as the aspects that we really gravitate towards, like, I've said it every chance I get on this podcast, so I'm going to say it again. I have a gigantic thing in media for a team of specialists who work together and are like total bros. Like the the USMC from Aliens are like my best one. My best one. The Marcus brothers from Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. Like, give me a team of specialized badasses. And when you get like Passion from Part 5, or you get the Stardust Crusaders, you got some bad motherfuckers with a whole wide variety of abilities, and that's
I feel like we should have done a favorite group.
Fuck it, we can throw that in.
We just can throw it in, yeah.
We'll just, whatever.
Just before we swap though, as Lee was saying, I think Stardust Crusaders does an awesome job like that, even in its intros and outros.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh god. Oh my god, yeah.
Camaraderie between them.
If you skip the intros, you are not a true JoJo fan.
I
will gatekeep that.
You never skip the intros to JoJo's or Breaking Bad.
Yep, never.
Especially Breaking Bad's intro's 30
like
fucking seconds.
I don't give a fuck. You watch it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna add a third one, Twin Peaks. It's very, very calming.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. What do you like about JoJo's, Nikku?
There's so much to it. Like, for sure, the wackiness. It knows how to take itself, like, I don't know, like meshing of everything, and like just very, very built guys as well.
Oh yeah.
I feel like everything about it just works so well. Like, you'll get so attached to some of these characters, you know, like we got it not just attached to like the main JoJo, but you know, then everyone had their Joe bro, you know.
Even in like Phantom Blood, where most of the side characters are one-dimensional, worthless for the most part, we still have best waifu fucking Speedwagon.
Yes.
You know?
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking best girl
Speedwagon. Forever and ever.
Yeah.
I feel like this goes without
do we need
saying
a favorite waifu?
Point.
Or
no,
is it just Speedwagon?
It's the winner is Speedwagon. I feel like this goes without saying, obviously, at this point, but viewers, we're not withholding spoilers. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're not even gonna dance around it.
Yeah.
No,
and
we're gonna talk about every part 1 through 6 is fair game.
And before you, if you are dipping out to avoid spoilers, there's gonna be a subsection of JoJo fans who are like, you know, don't skip parts and shit like that. And while I certainly would want you to watch the entire thing, especially seeing Araki's art evolve and his writing style evolve, it's fine to like maybe hold off on a part and come back to it later, right? Like, you don't let anybody like gatekeep you on this. One of the beautiful things about this fucking franchise is the fact that each part, it is a time commitment because there's a lot of episodes, but each part is super self-contained for the most part and is effectively a different genre. So if like a part is not really working for you, there's a possibility that the next part or 2 parts from now is going to click with you. Like if Fist of the North Star meets Bram Stoker's Dracula is not working for you, maybe World War II Indiana Jones will. Maybe Around the World in 80 Days will. Maybe Prison Break will. Maybe Italian Mafia will. Maybe Twin Peaks meets Slice of Life will. Everything is radically different, and it's almost every part has a completely different cast of characters in its own unique setting. And while you do get more from watching it in order, you could still hop into any part and watch it as an individual part, and for the most part, completely understand what's going on. This isn't like a DBZ situation where like it's so self-referential and it's just one long ongoing story.
Yeah, they don't make it really difficult to get into a new part.
No.
I think as long as you're just okay with going into any part and being like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh,
that won't change even if you have watched from the beginning for the most part.
Get comfortable with that feeling of not knowing what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, there were. I feel like most of our watch parties, there were at least a dozen. What the fucks like exchanged amongst the group.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we get into it? Should we get into the list?
Yeah, let's get into the main event here.
Hell yeah.
Now, so folks, we have 7 different categories here. We have identified our favorites for each. But balls exposed. We did not discuss order at all. So we'll just wing that.
Yeah, fuck it. Who
Okay.
cares?
Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on which ones we've already talked about.
Yeah. I guess, since Nikku's the guest, we'll have him start. Nikku, who is your favorite JoJo?
It's the first category, favorite JoJo.
Yeah, first category, favorite JoJo.
Sparkly.
It's got to be Jotaro, but
Nice.
I really do like Joseph and Josuke and Giorno. But it's hard to pick one, but I'm gonna have to go with Jotaro. I guess it's also just that whole part in general, because like how you were explaining how some parts are a bit maybe not the best for people to try to dive into.
Sure.
But I kind of try to recommend Stardust to people at first, because I feel like that's kind of ish where it felt more.
It is definitely, I think, the first one that like you can kind of jump into and not have to, because it's the start of all the stands, right? Where it's just like before that you have Ham.
You got Magical Sunshine Karate.
Yeah, you got Sunshine Karate, which is great, but like it already comes with a primer of like the first couple episodes of part 3 are like, hey, there's this new thing called stands. Here's the tutorial on stands.
Yeah.
So it is a great like primer to the universe that the rest of the parts kind of follow in.
I think so too, and also like. When I first saw part 1, I felt like it was a bit more on the sluggish side for me. But
absolutely.
After watching everything and rewatching that first part, it just hit so much more. I don't know if you guys have gone back to it.
Oh, I have, yeah.
Yeah.
It's much more of a tragedy in hindsight.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of extra context that gets applied as like the more the more you have to this whole family, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's the thing is, for those of you who aren't aware, the whole thing is following like one lineage. It's like, it's basically one family like throughout the years as like their ancestors are like carrying on the different, the sort of, I guess, fate of the Joestars.
Yeah.
To save the world? I don't know how else to describe it.
Save the world, or save the world, or clean up the streets of drugs, or or stop a serial killer.
Yeah, all the above.
Yeah, it's great. Or we haven't gotten there yet because it's not animated. Race across the United States for Jesus.
Against the President of the United States. Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What's your guys' JoJo?
Yeah, Lee, what's your favorite JoJo?
All right, coming in with the hot take. Fuck, it's Jolene.
Ooh.
Nice.
I was very surprised upon finishing Stone Ocean to feel that way, because I've been a major mark for Joseph from the beginning.
Sure.
I fell in love with him in Battle Tendency. He's just such an underhanded piece of shit. I loved that there's like all these, Aztec murder vampires powered by the sun, and he's like, that's cool, but I've got sleight of hand and a bunch of grenades.
He's such a piece of shit.
And the power of running. I'm like, I like this dude.
Yeah.
And and then as Stone Ocean went on, I first got interested in Jolene as a character when they were starting to play into the relationship between her and her father. And you can see the cracks in her exterior starting to form, and how she's letting that guard down and starting to accept the fact that even though they're estranged, she does still care deeply about their relationship. And as the show went on, I just kept saying to Krista while we're watching this, oh my God, she took after Joseph more than anybody.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah,
she is truly Joseph's great granddaughter.
She inherited some personality traits from Jotaro, but oh my God, she's Joseph. Her way of using trickery to defeat her stronger opponents, a lot of misdirections and like environmental strategies. Like I love that kind of shit. When your character's power is just manipulating string, you've got to do some wild shit. And some of the ass pull that she is pulling off in later battles with Enrico is just like unreal.
Yeah.
And then just like, yeah, I don't know, there's something about having a character that's so devoted and so determined to see her mission out, but then at the same time can like just pop out some, you know, off the cuff jokes about like her sexuality, about like, oh wow, like those snails can really go at it. Damn, I'm jealous. Like, yo, girl, you're fighting for your life, but you gotta take a moment. Rock on.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So I wasn't expecting it, because I was expecting to be, you know, diehard Joseph guy right up until the end, but shit, Jolene stole my heart. Nice.
Awesome.
All right, Kat, who's your favorite JoJo?
It's also Jolene.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so literally from the moment that she first came on screen, and her opening scene is her discussing getting caught by a guard masturbating in her jail cell.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I love her.
Yes, this one is mine.
Yes, this one is mine. And yeah, she just, like everything Lee said, she grows into such a complete, complicated character. Like, essentially, she does encapsulate all of her forebears in such like interesting ways, and it makes it, you know, spoiler alert, but her season, her part is the cap of this universe's JoJo story. So it just like, it's so fitting. She was to me just like the perfect protagonist. She was so likable and like snarky and vulnerable. She like she had so much going on. So excellent. Every time she was on screen, I loved her. I loved her voice acting. Fucking Kira Buckland killed it.
Hell yeah.
I know that Also, should mention that I have seen parts in Japanese, but for the most part, my watching experience was the English dubs. So yeah, most of my like, this voice acting was great is the English voice actors. But yeah, I was just like, God, she's amazing. She's perfect. I love her. I love her so much. It's Jolene.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
I mean, mine should be obvious. He's my fucking avatar. It's fucking Joseph Joestar, baby. He is such a fucking piece of shit. I just love how much of an underhanded piece of shit he is. He's just such a fucking scoundrel, and just the complete polar opposite of Jonathan. Like, I was kind of into JoJo's in Phantom Blood despite its issues. But definitely Jonathan's a very wholesome and good boy, but he's boring.
Yeah.
But the minute Joseph Joestar fucking walks on screen with the fucking Giga Chad energy, with the fucking Coke battle, where he fucking breaks the finger of some fucking cop with a fucking Coke bottle, I was like, I love this piece of shit. This wacky, nonsensical, ass-pulling motherfucker, where it's just, it was so unique and fresh to me to see a protagonist of this sort of story be the underhanded piece of shit who's using any means to survive. Because it's like, yeah, fuck honor, I'm fighting super-powered, super mega gay Aztec dubstep vampires. I am not going to fight honorably here.
Lee, you got anything to say to that?
Oh, he nailed it. No, we're all good. We're all good.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna start Pillarman theming.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
My microphone apparently cannot handle the power of gay Aztec dubstep vampires.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Whose can, honestly?
Few things can, yeah.
What was that? The Jojo Secret to Surviving thing?
Oh yeah. The Jojo secret where it's just you run away. It's beautiful. Every single time a plan is not working, its plan B is just run away. And it's beautiful.
It's effective.
It's super effective.
Absolutely.
And it's just like the mental gymnastics that he pulls and he puts his opponents through, especially with the whole stupid your next line is nonsense.
Yes. Oh god, yes.
Especially when fucking God, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was fucking AC/DC pulls that back on him.
Yeah, yes.
Joseph's like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's mine.
That's my gimmick. You're infringing on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And you got spoiled because when he's your favorite, you're eating good because he shows up in 3 separate parts.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say. Well, so does
Jotaro. Jotaro shows up in.
Does too, right?
Yeah, Jotaro shows up in every part after his introduction.
Yeah.
But like Jotaro still feels like kind of the same iteration
he
in
does,
all the different ones. Except for maybe like
he's a little different in Stone Ocean.
That's part of the other reason why I really love him, Joseph, is because like he becomes the mentor figure in Stardust.
Yeah.
Although he is still kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
And he's like all whiz, no int kind of guy.
Yeah, and then you get to see him.
Yeah.
They tease him coming back in Diamond is Unbreakable, and when you see him and he's just this feeble, senile old man, it's kind of sad. But he's still Joseph, and he's still the stupid asshole that I knew and loved. As much of a piece of shit he is for fucking cheating on fucking his wife.
Oh my god,
Suzy Q.
How dare he? Yeah,
but he did give me my tied for second favorite JoJo, because my second favorite JoJo is a combination of Josuke and Jolene, because Josuke is just so good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Love Josuke too.
And also Araki's favorite character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
He's pretty great.
So, Nikku, who is your favorite JoJo villain?
Villain.
We're getting to
villains. Sparkle.
I just don't want to sound basic, but I feel like even if I do say Dio, it's like understandable.
Yeah, it's totally understandable. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm gonna do what we do on our top lists, because my favorite is Dio as well. So I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Like you just can't go wrong with Dio at all. You know,
he's such a piece of shit.
He's so great.
Yeah.
They so great they had to kick his ass twice.
Right. Oh man, yeah. So Light was telling me about the part he just got to, which is when they're fighting in the mansion, and I guess Dio tries to go stab Jonathan.
Yeah.
And his dad gets in the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I remembered everything about that whole scene, and I was just like, this guy's really been a fucking asshole since day one.
Oh yeah. His fucking introduction is kicking a fucking dog.
Right.
From his first fucking scene, he is a piece of shit.
They don't ease you into that one.
No.
Oh, man.
Irredeemable asshole.
He is a complete reprehensible shitheel, and
which makes him great.
Yeah, and like I primarily watched this subbed, but I have heard him dubbed, and you know his dub actor does a great fucking job, but
hell yeah, he does.
His sub actor is just fucking insane, dude.
The original Japanese that's like those are like the main clips I've seen in Japanese are Dio, and it's just like, oh, he's so good.
He is just relishing every moment of being an evil piece of shit, and the fact that he's also Japanese Papa Shirogane is just the icing on the cake.
Oh god.
Hell yeah. This is secret Kaguya cast.
Yeah,
God
there you
damn it.
go. Well, I mean,
I got there eventually.
we got the movies, so we are going to do another Kaguya episode at some point.
Oh,
thank
yeah, we
God.
are. Oh, I need more Kaguya in my life.
Same.
Mm.
All right, so I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Was that all three of you having Dio?
No, I don't. Dio's not my favorite. I think Lee, you and I might have the same favorite.
I'd be surprised actually because
okay.
this is the one like kind of spoiler I had because I mentioned this on a previous episode of the Gooncast as kind of like a whistle wetter, as it were. And I'm surprised that among the more vocal of the fan base, I guess I'm in a minority on this one, but fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Diavolo is my favorite from Golden Wind. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I consider this the combination of both personalities, Diavolo and Doppio.
I was going to ask if it was one or the other.
It has to. It has to be both. Two sides of the same coin to me, and I feel like the distinct personalities being tied to the same person is kind of part of his charm and like his mystique. But you know, it's no secret that I'm a big fan of Act 3 villains. I like villains who make a big appearance in the final act and go, yeah, motherfuckers, if you've been paying attention the whole time, it's me. You know, Ansem from Kingdom Hearts and that whole vibe. Where throughout the entire story of Golden Wind, we know we're trying to find out the identity of a man who has guarded it so perfectly. You know, nobody knows who this dude is. And like, once you find out the reason for that, it's like, oh yeah, no wonder nobody ever located him. He's got this weird split personality body with this younger dude. It's like he like takes off his shirt and then he grows a foot and gets tattoos and shit. It's all kinds of fucked up. But he makes this gigantic appearance in the third act, and I'd have to go back and do a count, but I believe he's got the single highest kill count of any antagonist in the series.
Yeah, he might. It's
Diavolo shows up and wastes a Baccio, he wastes Narancia, he wastes Bucciarati, and he wastes Polnareff.
I disagree on the count of Poochie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Nope. I'm sorry, you're right. Poochie destroyed the universe.
Yes.
Actually, Poochie gets major credit for that.
On screen, you're right, but off screen, you're I'm millions of leagues wrong.
Oh, I'm with that. No, because credit to Poochie for winning.
And also credit to Poochie for fucking killing Jotaro, which is fucking gut wrenching.
Yeah. Like folks, if you finished Stone Ocean and maybe got a little confused by the whole universe reset, let me just clarify something for you right now. Poochie won.
Yeah.
Poochie fucking killed everyone you care about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's
Papa
dead.
Dio. He did it for Daddy Dio.
He did it because of his fucking gay vampire boyfriend.
Yep.
But Diavolo just he had such a mystique built up that you really have to nail it. You know, when that much is built up, you gotta deliver. And that's funny that I see a lot of criticism about him being that he didn't deliver. Of like when he made his appearance and his big final episodes. Like a lot of people weren't really in on it, and I just disagree. I thought Diavolo was a fantastic villain.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
From the moment
I disagree too.
Yeah, from the moment he established, King Crimson's power, which what does it do? Doesn't matter.
It just works.
So all you need to know is it fucking works.
It just works.
I slap you on an editing timeline and fuck you up. That's what I do. From the second he shows up and shows how brutally he can take somebody out, the stakes are high. You know that this guy is not here to play around. He will body all the main characters you care about. And he got condemned to the worst possible fate of any character in this series, which is awesome.
Yeah. Some say he's still dying to this day.
Yeah, he's still out there somewhere dying. Good for him.
Well, I don't know. Did the universe resetting
I
erase
think
that?
I think Araki commented that he's still dying.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
fantastic.
I think he commented on 2 different villains because he was asked about that. I believe he said that Diavolo's still dying, and I believe he also said that Cars is still floating in space.
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I feel like my pink-haired boy delivered.
Okay.
I think
I feel like I should have guessed. I feel like I should have guessed. He's got very like Radagon energy to him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
All right. So my fave. It should come as no surprise
someone's
to
gotta have
everyone.
him.
Yeah, it's Kira. It's serial killer David Bowie.
Fuck yeah.
But I love a good serial killer hunt. What can I say?
Mhm.
They made him just like the perfect target. He's such an asshole. He's like, you want to see him fail, but there's also this element of like he's kind of just a guy. Like he's really just like a dude,
He has no aspirations for like world domination. He just wants to remain.
Wants to live a simple life.
He's just like I want to just live with my girlfriend who is a severed hand and just like
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't he the guy with the hand? Yeah, just the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy who got a boner when he saw the Mona Lisa.
Yes.
He's an appreciator of fine art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's a simple guy who just wants to be left alone. And what do you know?
Pat, you just liked hearing DC Douglas talk about his hard cock.
I do. No, God damn it. I do think he does a great job on the voice too.
He does.
And I also think this was not a category, but I think he has the best death of any of the Diavolo has a great dying all the time, but like fucking ambulance coon coming out of nowhere and then getting sucked into a wall of hands. I'm like, yeah. Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is really up there. I'd have to think about a spicier one than that.
If we're gonna just throw in best death,
good.
I would just have to say Dio's. It was the most satisfying.
Dio's is pretty satisfying, but I gotta give it to he's fucking screaming his fucking like missive on like how he's gonna kill everybody and just
it's great. It's great.
Go on.
No, you know what? I hate to be a downer. I think the best death was Avdol.
Oh yeah, it's so no yeah. On that note,
that was a fuck yourself.
If we're going to exclude if it's just any death, I'm going with Iggy.
Oh fuck both of you! God damn it!
It's either Iggy or Caesar.
Don't make me sad.
Because Caesar's was like the first of just that really gut wrenched me.
Mm-hmm.
But Iggy's the fact that he is such a fucking piece of shit throughout the entirety of Stardust, a selfish piece of shit. And his last act is just still being a piece of shit and not listening to Polnareff.
Yep. Honestly, same.
It's God, Polnareff is so stupid.
I know.
I love Polnareff, but he's so stupid.
There are a lot of really good deaths in JoJo's, but I'm still gonna give it to Kira.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah. All right.
No, that's so. I'm. Someone had to pick him. He's so lovable.
He's so great. His stand is insane. Like I love that it becomes like 3 separate stands, which then like all the rest of them have to do also. Which I'm like, yeah, of course, but it's just crazy. He also has a pet cat.
Yeah. A pet flower cat. A pet flower cat.
Yeah, a pet
for those of you listening who maybe haven't watched the series, trust me, this cat is really, really fucking cool.
This cat almost kills him.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I guess before we get to the next major category, Nikku, what's your favorite death?
Yeah.
I think I'm also gonna go with Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you made me think for sure on the whole Iggy thing.
Yeah. It's god, now I'm thinking of Kakyoin's too.
No,
I was gonna say that, but no.
Not any of this, because
The
then
sad
I'll bring
cast.
up FF and I will start crying.
Oh no.
Can you take me higher?
All right, less sad. Nikku, what's your favorite part?
For sure, Stardust.
Oh, nice.
Checks
Yeah,
out.
for sure, Stardust. But I don't know. Like, I really do love all of them. Like, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the end of this category, or like after you say your favorite, give your ranking too. Of like all 6.
Oh shit!
Absolutely. Like.
Oh, let me open
You
up
gotta.
a notepad document quick.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry to spring that on y'all.
It's cool. We got this.
I know. I can go first if y'all want some time to
Yeah,
quickly formulate.
I just quickly
Okay.
formatted mine.
Yeah. So part 4 is mine. Obviously.
Nice.
I love the vibe. I love the Twin Peaks vibe. I love hunting a serial killer is like just my jam. Like I love stories that do that kind of thing. I think that the core squad is really fun, and like even when they're not, it's there's so many elements of that season in particular that are just like slice of life, like friends hanging out and like, oh my god, is this Italian restaurant attacking us? Like, like it's just it's so fun.
Yeah.
And then so my ranking though is actually 4, then 6. So okay. Actually I should just get the names instead. So it's
So Diamond is Unbreakable.
Yeah, Diamond is Unbreakable, then Stone Ocean, then 2, which I forget the
Battle
Battle
Tendency.
Battle Tendency, thank you. Then Stardust, then Golden Wind, and then Phantom Blood.
Solid.
Golden Wind and Phantom Blood kind of a little bit tied for last place, but yeah.
Okay.
That's mine.
For sure, Stardust.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say probably Diamond is Unbreakables too. You can't go wrong with that intro ever.
Yes.
It's freaking fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost every intro is complete fucking fire.
Oh,
True,
we'll get to the OPs, babies.
Yeah, we'll
That's
get
actually
to it.
that's the next category.
slow your rolls, babies.
Okay, I don't know. Battle Tendency.
Okay.
It's just that they're like so great, so next to each other, just like
Sure. No, I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the listings, especially for me, for like stand and battle, were really difficult to pick. Yeah. Even favorite OP was a little difficult to pick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, okay, for sure on the lowest it's gonna be Phantom Blood.
I think that's the safest bet I think that's probably universal amongst us 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't just saying Phantom Blood, it's just saying how good the rest of it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like just because one's like above another doesn't mean that they're I'm like dissing or don't like one.
No, yeah.
It's so hard to pick, and they're all so amazing.
And like Saber said in the intro, it's like it's really just personal preference. It's like you can find something to like in every single episode or every single part, but some parts are just going to resonate with you more, and it's okay to like skip around or to enjoy one more than the other.
For sure.
No hate on anybody who likes Golden Wind. It just didn't click with me.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Golden Wind might be my second, so it'd be like Phantom Blood, then it's Golden Wind.
5.
Yeah, and then it's Jolene and the rest above. But like, I don't know, because they're so good. Okay,
I know. No, you did great. You did great.
You
Sorry
were
for putting
fine.
you on the spot like
You were
that.
fine.
All good, all good. I was just like, damn.
Oh, sorry. I
I know.
remember that we
Damn it, we'll make this
forgot
work.
I forgot a category, so we're doing that the other category before OP.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyways, I
Okay.
guess Lee, if you have your rankings done.
I do indeed. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go from 6 to 1 so that we've got
Okay.
the
Ooh.
Oh,
the
smart,
top
smart.
at the end.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing against Phantom Blood. It's just it's overshadowed by how great the rest of it is.
Mhm.
Golden Wind, kind of the same thing. Like a charming group of characters, but just
Mhm.
the others hit so goddamn hard.
Mhm.
Stone Ocean, Stardust Crusaders, Diamond is Unbreakable. My favorite Battle
Oh,
Tendency.
nice.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Part 2
Uh-huh.
slaps
Yeah.
so mercilessly
Oh, agreed.
and stays consistent throughout the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
that
Yes.
was kind of my defining trait is I feel like a couple of the parts that I really enjoy have like not fillery moments, but just like moments of lowered stakes that I feel like were necessary for, you know, for the
Yeah.
overall objective,
Yeah,
you know?
no, you're absolutely right. I think 4 and 6, even though they're higher on my list, are definitely less well paced than 2.
Yeah.
Like Battle Tendency, just it's like nonstop. That was one that like I was 100% recovered from my illness, and I was just like I can't stop watching this. Oh my
Yeah.
god, like it never
Like,
stops.
That's basically when I fell in love with the show.
Yeah, Battle Tendency is just all kill or no filler. It's like, here's your Jojo. Okay, here's Caesar. Here's this weird sun vampire. And it's like, oh, so they're going to be fighting him for the rest of the series, right? No, they body him and he's got 3 boys and his boys wake up. It's like, oh shit, here we go.
And here's Nazis and Stroheim is somehow the most charismatic motherfucker.
Oh my god.
And
even the like training montage was like
God.
really high stakes.
And Lisa.
And Lisa, yeah.
It is one of my favorite recurring memes in anime, and I don't know why it keeps happening.
What,
but,
Nazis?
Quote, suddenly the Third Reich.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I have my theories about why it happens, but it happened in Attack on Titan too. It happened in Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm happens in Hellsing.
In Bleach.
Yeah.
In Bleach.
Yeah.
Let that one sink in. Oh, we beat the big bad. We beat Aizen. The series is over, right? Nope. Third Reich. What?
Beautiful.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like I watched the original Hellsing anime. It's like, oh, cool, the sweet vampires thing, and then I look into the manga. It's like, wait, why did the Third Reich show up?
Yeah. Oh, it's Protestants versus Catholics versus Nazis. Okay.
Yeah, I'm God. I'm game. This is edgy shit. I'm game.
Yeah. So yeah, Battle Tendency definitely my number 1.
Nice.
I guess I'll steal Lee's shtick and go from 6 to favorite.
I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah. Part 1 is Phantom Blood is number 6. Stardust is number 5. Golden Wind is number 4. Stone Ocean is number 3. Diamond is Unbreakable is number 2, and fucking Battle Tendency is number 1.
Yeah, I knew it.
For sure.
Yeah, it's again like I like almost everything about Battle Tendency is just completely perfect for me. Like the only thing is like as much as I fucking love the Pillarmen, they're not Dio, and that's like the one thing. But I still love the Pillarmen and the fact that they're honorable until fucking Cars is like, LOL, JK, I'm not honorable. And like,
I love Cars for saving the dog.
Yeah, no, Cars saving the dog is great. Lisa as the fucking mentor figure, she's fucking bae. She's fucking great.
Yeah, Lisa's awesome.
It's really where Araki started establishing a lot of his more creative energy and like great storytelling, because like in part 1, when a character dies outside of Jonathan's death at the very end, it's very fucking telegraphed, and they're almost universally always given the classic final monologue, a bit of wisdom to somebody, which is fine, but it's annoying and it's a trope or whatever. But Caesar's death, especially, like, considering he was winning that entire fucking fight and just one mistake got him killed, is so fucking tragic in how sudden and gut-wrenching and cruel it was. I mean, it's a little telegraphed because of, like, Caesar going off on his own in the snow. And you're like, okay, something bad is gonna happen.
It's telegraphed in the show because we get, like, a flashback of him, and I was like, oh, please don't kill him.
Yeah, but at the same time,
but when
then
it happens, it's still like, what the fuck?
They subvert that telegraph a little bit because the entire fucking fight, Caesar's winning. It's like it's like, oh my god, Caesar's gonna fucking do it, and just one mistake gets him fucking bodied, and then that cruelty shit of just LOL, the roof fucking falls on top of him, just to really emphasize and hit home. No, he's fucking dead. God damn it. All right. So the
wait, before we go,
yeah.
This is one of the things I also really love about Jojo, where it's you get so sometimes like ready for like, yeah, they're actually, and that's all it takes, just one mistake.
Yeah.
And that character you cared so much about gone.
Yep.
Even like Avdol, who for me is maybe kind of like the weakest of the Joe Bros in part 3. I do like Avdol, but like he's just kind of there. Like his death hits hard because it fucking comes out of nowhere.
Lot. Yeah. There's I think there's that one episode where like he's the only one not affected by it, and he's like trying to save everybody else, and that was great. But for the most part, he's kind of just like also there.
Well, yeah, it also doesn't help the fact that like for half of the first half of Stardust, we think he's fucking dead, and he's just gone.
That's true. Yes,
and
he's out for until after Whole Horse, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on that note, next category, favorite Joe Bro.
Yeah, I knew that was the one you skipped.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nikku, who's your favorite Joe Bro?
Probably.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What is a
Oh.
Joe Bro?
Oh, yeah. We should define.
Yeah.
Sparkle.
So, Joe Bro is basically like the supporting cast of characters for who are assisting the JoJo in question. Through they don't even necessarily have to like the JoJo, which is beautiful. That kind of became a trend. Like there was a little bit of that in Stardust, where it's like somebody starts off as a villain, but then they like become a hero. But no, like in part 4.
There's a lot of that in part 4.
In part 4, it's just like, no, I flat out don't fucking like you. And in part 5
you tried
too.
To kill me? Join the squad.
Well, like part 4, there's like Rohan who even by the end, he does not like Josuke.
Correct.
And in part 5, Abakio
Joe Bro.
Yeah, in part 5, Abakio still fucking hates Giorno by the time he fucking dies. And it's like, I love that. The fact that it's like they don't necessarily have to even like each other. It's just we have a common enemy.
Also, Joe Bro is a gender neutral term.
There
are lady Joe Bros.
Yes,
they're
like Speedwagon.
Like Speedwagon. and all of Jolene's squad are also Joe Bros.
Yeah.
So they
including
count as
the
well.
Plankton. Yeah.
Yes.
Including the Plankton, yes.
Yeah. Including Lisa from part 2. Including Trish from part 5. Including the fucking Yandere from part 4.
Yeah. Again, all 5 women in JoJo, so count as Joe Bro. Sorry. There's a fantastic cut of all of the OPs, but only when women are on screen, and it's like the first 3 parts are 21 seconds long.
Love it.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
And Stardust Crusaders is literally a single shot of Holly, and then it goes straight into
beautiful.
It goes straight into Diamonds Unbreakable.
All right.
So now that we've cleared that up,
yes.
Is Avdol is Joseph's Joe Bro, right?
Yeah.
And he's Joseph's and Jotaro's.
yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have shared
you,
custody.
yeah, I mean, technically, if you wanted to be a cheating asshole, Joseph is a jailbro in part 3, and Jotaro is a jailbro in part 4 and 6.
Boo!
That's not my choice.
Get these takes out of here.
But still. This is the thing that ends the Gooncast. The definition of the jailbro.
Bullshit.
Irreconcilable differences over the Jojo versus Joe-bro debate.
Oh man, because you know what? I keep thinking Avdol, and then I keep thinking about that one humping scene.
Man,
That's Nikku's criteria.
Yeah,
Is that why? That's the why? Listen, that can be the why.
That can be the why.
That can be the why.
Bruh, I would be so happy if someone on this podcast stood up for Avdol being the best Joe, bro. That would be fantastic.
He's pretty great.
Underrated boy.
All right, I'll take Avdol.
Yes.
He found a home. He's been adopted.
All right. Beautiful.
Great, Lee.
Yeah, this one was tough. Yeah, this one was rough. Cuz I had like one character from every part that I was super into.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like, Speedwagon's disqualified cuz Speedwagon's waifu. But like, Caesar is such a strong pick. Fucking Abacchio. I love Abacchio. But I gotta go with Kakyoin. Kakyoin.
Nice.
The original
Nice.
the original motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
The
true.
MILF hunter.
That's true. I'll punch her.
Kakyoin the MILF hunter. Kakyoin, it's funny because his personality, his character, wasn't even like super out there and quirky like the rest of the companions. He was kind of like one of the ones keeping it more chill and leveled out, but still had like a certain charisma and charm to him.
Sure.
His abilities are basically worthless.
Yeah.
like
well, okay, it was cool
nothing
as
can
shit
stop
when he
the
was
Emerald
the villain.
Splash.
It was cool as shit when he was the villain, and then he never used like half of his powers again.
Yeah, no, Kakyoin wins the award for like coolest character but shittiest ability. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What was it?
Emerald Splash.
Emerald Splash. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like when you catch that legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You catch a legendary, and then you're just like, what? Lear.
Squeaky toy. Yeah.
It's fucking ass, man.
I go through all this. I go through all this shit to catch a Mew, and its moveset is fucking trash.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
But there was.
I thought you were broken.
There was still just something so charming about his character that really made me gravitate towards him. You could tell that like even though the Crusaders were all very much like a brotherhood, that there was something about Kakyoin that like you knew he was there for Jotaro.
Yeah.
And the amount of fan art that I've seen, there's a great series of like I guess it's a thing amongst a bunch of artists who do JoJo pieces, is there's people who like to do their interpretations of if Kakyoin was in part 4.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
And his part 4 designs are so fucking lit.
Oh, that's awesome.
But there's been a few times that JoJo's broke me. I was devastated when Dio killed him.
Yeah.
That fucked my day up.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Kakyoin, pour one out for my boy. He's my
Pour one out for your boy. I get it.
Yeah. All right, Kat.
All right. It's Okuyasu.
Yes.
He's so dumb and so wholesome.
Listen,
so
for literally exactly the reason that Saber already stated, that like the hand is like probably
broken.
If not the strongest, one of the strongest stands in JoJo's. and its only limitation is how dumb its user is.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
He is such a like wonderful himbo, and I just like every time he's on screen, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those 100% that starts as a villain, and he's definitely kind of like, if I remember correctly, he's very stoogey. Like his brother's like the one that's more of the like.
That's
like,
kind of his
control.
thing. Is he's completely lost, and like the second he loses his brother, he just immediately gravitates to Josuke because he needs someone to guide him and tell him what to do.
He's such a himbo. I just love him so much.
I would have loved an offshoot like side comedy series of just him and Polnareff getting into adventures.
Oh yes, 100%, 100%. I would adore that.
With just dicking around, being morons, with like a third person to be a straight man, like Koichiki or something.
Sure. Yeah. You throw somebody in to be like, guys, no, that's the stupidest, but they're already like,
but they're
300 yards away doing the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's just and that's the Italian restaurant fight is such a good fight, specifically because they're just
Chef
like
Antonio.
Yeah, they're both just like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just it's these, it's just these boys being boys, but then also being like, is there a stand user?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Okiyasu's fucking fantastic choice.
Yeah.
This was also a difficult category, and I have two quick runners up that I'm just gonna quickly rapid fire off. And that's Caesar and Rohan. I love Rohan because he's
Rohan's
a complete
great.
piece of shit, and he fucking hates Josuke. And also, I still have to watch the rest of it, but there's like, there's a series of side chapters, like one-offs that they've been turning into OVAs that are basically Rohan's adventures post Diamond is Unbreakable, and like he has like character growth and becomes less of a dick, which is interesting to me. But my favorite, Joe Bro, is Zipper Dad himself, Bruno Buccarati.
I knew it.
He starts off as a creepy sex pervert who licks teenagers.
He licks a teenager. That is his introduction. Then I remember texting James being like, this is your favorite guy?
Yeah. And then
James is like, let him cook.
Let him cook. Hold on. And then he almost effectively becomes the protagonist. I have never seen a character give less of a fuck than Bruno. Like, and this is the show that has Jotaro, who also does not give a fuck. Like, Bruno gives so little of a fuck that he fucking dies and keeps going for another 20 to 30 episodes. He doesn't let death stop him. He's like, no, fam, I got shit to do. You can take me to the pearly gates in a few days,
he
baby.
Just zips that shit back up, and he's like, nope, not today.
He just persists.
It's
nah, I'm good.
And I'm gonna use my weird Zipper Dad zombie powers to save the day, because I'm immune to all this weird bullshit that affects living beings because I'm fucking dead, and I don't give a fuck. And it's just his slow deterioration as his body is just decomposing and him like losing his vision, but he's just, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep going. I love it. It's insane.
Yeah, that's a solid pick.
Yeah, so
hell yeah.
The next one is also a very difficult category, which is favorite OP.
Oh god.
So
yes.
Nikku, go on ahead.
Fuck.
Should we define what an OP is first?
The OP is like the opening of the show, and it could be like for whatever reason, either the song or the visuals or a combination of the both, or the symbolism or whatever, or the foreshadowing, because these OPs are so fucking rich with detail and foreshadowing and references and it's crazy.
As for visuals, it's a close tie up to the end of Stardust and also Stone Ocean.
Okay, very good.
As for gems, I'm still gonna go with Crazy Noisy
Bizarre
Bizarre
Town.
Town.
That's
Yeah.
a bop.
Nice.
That's a bop.
Nice. Yeah. Very good. Lee?
This one's interesting because like they're all killers.
Yep.
They're all rich with detail,
Mm-hmm.
but I actually didn't have a hard time with this one.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I am so 100% in agreement. Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town.
It's so fun.
Wow.
go.
Okay.
Fucks so hard. There
Nice.
is any time that song started, my brain just went, yeah, motherfucking JoJo time. Let's go. Let's go. And then when it
Mhm.
changed to Chase, I went,
Oh,
no.
no. Yeah.
Nothing against the song. It was
No,
just like,
it's great. It's
this
just
isn't
not.
the bop that I was
Yeah.
Sure.
that I was jamming to. Yeah, Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town's absolutely my favorite.
Cool. Okay. I'll be different then. So for visuals, I completely agree with Nikku. The finale, like the final section of Stone Ocean.
Mm.
Holy
So
fuck.
good. Yeah.
Holy fuck. And I would also agree, I think that the last one of Stardust, where like basically anyone that has the fucking like Dio pause,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm sold.
Fire.
You know, like,
Yeah.
like, got it. You win.
Yeah.
But for song, it's gonna be Bloody Stream for me.
Yeah.
It's really
That's
good. It's
good pick.
so just like jazzy, and you just want to like get up and fucking dance. You're just like, yeah, like
Yeah.
JoJo's. Oh, but I do have an honorable mention, which is not technically an OP, but it is an OP.
Hmm.
The Unit's version of Great Days
Mm.
fucking
Okay.
slaps.
Oh.
Yeah, where it's all the singers. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
holy shit, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give you Bloody Stream. That is the only OP that I listen to,
Yeah.
like as just a song. I'll
Yes.
listen to Bloody Stream.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
great.
Yeah, Bloody Stream and Great Days Unit's version I have like saved on like a playlist somewhere.
Hell
Be like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna jam out to JoJo's.
Yeah. So for the viewers at home, the final Stardust OP is Sonochi no Kyoku, and then Heaven's Falling Down was the final one for Stone Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was going just purely based on the song,
Mhm.
although visuals is very close second, it would be Bloody Stream.
Mm-hmm.
But
Visuals
for
are
me,
really good for Bloody Stream too, though.
for me, my favorite is Great Days
Mm.
because it's
Cool.
I like the song, but the specifically the fact that the visuals work both forwards and backwards. The
Yeah.
fucking Kira
Uh-huh.
twist
Yeah.
of just
Yeah.
it blew my because like the Dio stop in Sonochi no Kyoku is fucking cool, and it's like this is pretty fucking sick, but just the click and everything going in reverse, and I'm just the first time I saw it, it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay, yeah, that one was really good.
That was fire,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the fact that it's just everything works symbolically or whatever, both forwards and reverse, and like that, I can't even fucking fathom how they managed to come up with that shit and how they made it work both ways. It's just is insane. Like Battle Tendency's Bloody Stream is like my favorite song for sure, and I listen to it like constantly. And there's so many different bops, but just that Great Days OP, especially again, like you said, Kat, like the Units version with all the fucking previous singers, and I really wish they would have done that again for Stone Ocean, where they just have like all the fucking singers come back for Heaven's Falling Down or something. That would have been so fucking cool.
I hope they do at some point.
Same.
I want that. Oh my god.
Sam.
I mean, I already loved the fact that the final end song
Was
for Stone
Roundabout?
Ocean. Yeah.
I fucking was like,
Yeah,
I was so
cried.
happy. I
I'll
cried.
be honest, I cried.
It's like, it's Roundabout again.
Yeah, and it was just, and the visuals for that were so sweet too. I was just like, oh, this is so good.
Like, that could have been a perfect finale if it weren't for the fact that we know we have 3 more projects.
Yeah.
But it definitely is a perfect finale for like that arc and era of JoJo's. All right.
Wait. Also, still on that topic, I know they're not, intros or openings, but can we toss in
ED ending?
Yeah, no, not all endings, but just for sure Roundabout. I know I really love, and also Last Train Home.
Last Train Home's good. Yeah.
Roundabout's kind of the classic. That's
Roundabout.
the
Roundabout is the classic.
Yeah.
If I were to go with ED, number two is Roundabout, but like a close runner up to number 2 is Frickin' You, just because of how much of a weird fucking asshole choice that was. Of just like everybody, the entire fan base is expecting shit like Gangster's Paradise because like Gangstars, and it's like no, close my eyes. I wake up feeling so horny. But no, my favorite ED would be Diamond is Unbreakable, I Want You by Savage Garden.
Yeah.
It's such a bop of a fucking song, and the visuals and how they also sync up Josuke to lip sync to it.
Yeah.
It's very hypnotic.
No, that Golden Wind outro was a
so good.
That was
funny.
a point of controversy in my household.
Oh.
Krista fucking hated it. And I would insist, no, honey, you don't understand. You don't skip the intros or outros of JoJo. And then going onwards, even after that ceased being the ending, I would just be like, hey, honey, what? Time I close my eyes.
That's great.
I believe the logic, if I recall.
No wonder it took you guys so long to get through Stone Ocean.
I'm barely hanging on to my marriage.
If I recall, and this could just be like bullshit internet as to like reading it somewhere, I believe the reason why that was chosen as the ED is just because one of the members of that band, Jodeci, is named Jojo.
Yes, you told us that.
That's great.
That's so, if true, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, and because it was totally Gangster's Paradise would have been the obvious.
Yes.
So I like that they did something different, but they did something different.
Did something super different. It's like, all right, watching the shonen thing, and then it's just fucking bedroom sex music.
Hell yeah! Smooth R&B from Making Love.
Yeah. All right. What's your favorite stand, Nikku?
If anyone ever says JoJo's isn't horny, just point them to that.
Oh god, it's so horny.
That's so horny.
So horny and so gay.
Yep.
All right, we're on favorite stand.
Yeah.
Favorite stand. Sparkle.
There are so many. The villains have so many.
I know, right?
It's hard.
Like different like forms of the same stand that have different names, so they count, and you're just like, what? How do I choose?
Yeah.
But now choose.
Pick one of these socialist or communist things to say, or go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I think for the fact that you guys were talking about a little bit earlier, I think as of today, it's a Jolene stand. Sure, because it's
Stone Free.
Stone Free.
Mm-hmm.
It's for sure making the most out of the minimum,
Mm-hmm.
and how it works so well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how I'm gonna go with it. But there are so many greats, and like what's Jotaro's again?
Star Platinum.
Star Platinum.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not one, it's the other. But yeah, for sure.
Star Platinum's like, I mean, he's kind of like the classic, like he's sort of the like when you think of, because I know my husband was saying that like, he's been big into anime for like ever, but he's just never gotten into JoJo's. But what he did know of JoJo's was just Star Platinum.
Yeah.
Like that the character design is just like iconic to JoJo's.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
He might be a quote unquote basic choice, but he's also an iconic choice. Like
absolutely.
Sometimes
that's
you just
the
gotta.
best answer.
Exactly. Yeah. But Stone Free is also an excellent
great.
choice.
Yeah.
I like stands that are maybe not like seemingly worthless, but like you have to really put some thought into like how they can be used in certain situations. So like, off the bat, I really liked Crazy Diamond because it's like, oh, this is interesting. We're gonna make the main character like the healer because
Yeah.
he can piece things back together.
Yeah.
And then like the ass pull ways as a JoJo he comes up with to use that is really awesome.
For sure.
My total runner up because I was blown away by the uses for it was Moody Blues, a Baccio stand, which I'm like, your stand is like a recording device in the past?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he rocks it. But my absolute favorite, man, Heaven's Door is so fucking cool.
That's not Rohan's, right?
That's
yeah, that's
Rohan's.
Rohan's.
Yes, okay, because that was
I was a strong contender for my list.
If
fun.
I could have a stand power from the show, I would take Heaven's Door.
Yeah,
that is so fucking cool. And it's dripping with flavor. It's totally perfect for like a psychotic mangaka. It's like there's so much weird shenanigans you can pull with it that like are great for high stakes moments. They're good for comedic moments. Like it's just got so much versatility, not just like as a combat choice, but like as a storytelling device. Heaven's Door is just awesome.
I did mention the stick cat in our watch party of Stone Ocean when we got to the ending, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Lee. Araki also confirmed one other thing about that whole universal like speed up and reset thing, and that was that Rohan still managed to meet all of his deadlines during the speed up.
That's fucking great. That's fucking great.
Because of course the self-insert would fucking meet all of his fucking deadlines.
That's fucking great.
That's
I could also
know.
just imagine Lee being on, like, having that stand and being like, "Your face, baby."
I would not be trusted with that stand.
Yeah, he'd just fill my head with Kingdom Hearts bullshit.
Absolutely, he would. Holy fuck. Yeah, Lee would be an absolute menace.
It'd be beautiful.
You think I'm worthy of your fear now? Yeah, absolutely. Heaven's Door.
Nice. So I definitely struggled with this one a lot because there are so many cool stands and like such a huge variety. Because like James mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, sometimes it's just like dude with superpower, or like ghost punchy man, and like that's most of them for a good long while. And then you get really, really bizarre ones that are like, oh, yeah, like an entire ship, or a gun.
or fucking lock, where I'm going to put a fucking padlock on your heart that makes you suicidal.
There are 2 Joe Bros who have stands that are gun. And honestly, sometimes they're some of my favorites. But
and sometimes maybe even 3 if you count Foo Fighters.
Well, I do, because she is my favorite stand.
Oh shit, really?
Yes.
Oh my god, I walked into that one.
So the kind of like, it's sort of a cheat because she's both a stand and a Joe Bro.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of what makes it for me, is that like as a stand, first of all, like she's super cool because she's a ton of plankton, right?
Yeah.
And she can just like form into, different things. She's got a bunch of like water powers that she then kind of like, she uses them offensively as a villain, but then when she's a Joe Bro, she's using them for like healing. And yeah, she's just like, there's something so cool about the fact that she just like takes over a dead person and then is just like, I'm gonna work with this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get comfy in here.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's such an interesting kind of like, I don't know, she's just a really fascinating character in general to have a stand that's so you know, like she's essentially a stand without a user.
Yeah.
And then she just kind of like becomes her own user effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like that was like the first time. I don't think we've had a stand like that before.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
we've had stands that are like kind of detached from their users.
Yeah, we've
even
had
like
very independent stands, but not literally no user stands.
Yeah,
so
not that I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah, so that to me, just I was like, she's so unique and such a like refreshing take on what it means to be a stand and to be a Joe bro. I was just like, hell yeah, it's FF. It's gotta be.
Sure.
You know what?
Yeah.
I take it back, and I think FF is my.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on death. I mean.
Oh God, yes, I genuinely cried.
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching.
One of my friends like just got to the part, because you know how her death is kind of like she dies but then she's not actually dead, she kind of comes back for like another episode just to like, she got to her like first like, oh my God, are they gonna kill FF? And I'm just like, I can't do this with you right now because I will cry. like and also I don't want to spoil it because she's gonna come back, but then she's not gonna come back.
Yeah.
And every time I saw the second OP where it was her going up to heaven, I was like, don't you tease me that she might be back. I know she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was also a very, very, very hard category for me because there's so many good ones. Again, like whenever I describe JoJo's to people, I kind of go for the more out there shit, like again, Locke or Pearl Jam. So I kind of potentially was almost gonna like gravitate towards those. But you know, then you have, of course, like the iconic ones, like fucking Crazy Diamond or Star Platinum,
the World,
etc. But at the end of the day, I gotta go with Sticky Fingers, which is Bruno's stand.
Yeah.
Because it just, the creative uses he gets with that, because the power sounds so fucking useless. I can put zippers on stuff and unzip stuff. And that sounds really fucking dumb and worthless. And the creative bullshit fucking Bruno does with that, of just like, I'm going to unzip my arm so I can extend my punch. I am going to unzip the floor so I can hide. Or whatever. I'm going to unzip your head from your body so we can fucking torture you and dance in front of you. But the moment that solidified it for me was when this man fucking unzips his goddamn heart.
Yeah.
In order to fucking evade a heartbeat tracking stand.
Yeah, that was
I'm just
badass.
like, this man gives no fucks. What the shit is going on? Like, and this is just kind of me thinking on the spot, because I didn't have a pick until like we're now like what, like an hour and 20 or so minutes into this fucking podcast. It took me that long, on top of the weeks and months of planning this, to just pull one out. But it's so fucking insane, dude. It's sort of like one of my go-tos of just how you can have just the most worthless sounding ability and just your creativity with it is what makes you fucking a badass or an OP motherfucker.
Like making do with what you got. Like taking it to that next level for sure.
Yeah. And on that note, Nikku, what's your favorite battle?
Oh fuck.
God damn it.
This is the really rough one.
Yeah, this one was spicy, to say the least.
Again, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Stardust and the final Dio and Jotaro fight.
Okay.
I just think I think that whole like what did Dio throw on top of Jotaro? It was like a huge
road roller.
Yeah, road roller.
Yeah, road roller.
And I was all like, what the fuck? And then there, during that time, I think they also had the Bongo Cat memes.
Oh god.
And I'm just gonna go with that one. But there's so many.
The pacing in that fight is so good because they give you that drawn out sequence where Dio's using the world and we don't know what it does yet. All we know is that he's suddenly talking shit and then disappearing.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is if you've seen the original OVA that was an adaptation of Stardust before the anime run, the way they handled the world was a bit different. Like from our point of view, because he's stopping time and then moving and then he's gone, they did it by just having him immediately leave the frame. And like the simplicity of it, like the jankiness of it, made it scarier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that the way they paced that fight was cool, letting us kind of like be along for the ride on the dread of like, oh shit, what is Dio's power? And then it taking like the death of one of the major characters for the secret to be revealed. Like, yeah, that fight's
That and this is after we see him pretty much troll Polnareff by making him go down the stairs like he's playing Super Mario 64.
Oh, God.
Like it's so great.
I mean, Polnareff is just so easy to
killed
troll.
him.
I love the like he just picks him up, puts him down the stairs.
Yeah.
What a dick. I love it.
That's why I love Dio, man. He's just such a petty fucking dickhead.
All right, this was the tough one for me. I felt like with most of them, there were like a bunch of contenders, and like one of them still kind of like eked him out as all the, of all the others. This is the one that's really been killing me because
there's a lot of great battles.
I've got 3
For sure.
that I think are just beasts, and for all different reasons. And I think I know which one is my number 1. So the runners up are what I think is the best stand versus stand fight, which is Risotto versus Doppio from part 5.
Oh yeah.
That's a really good one.
Doppio's having to figure out how to use the epitaph portion of King Crimson, and like the looming presence of the protagonist like just around the corner. But like anytime 2 villains want to fight, like get hyped. That's fantastic. So that was groovy. And then tonally fucking different, Darby the Gambler.
Oh,
yeah, let's go.
That's a good one.
The poker game was just like, okay, let's go. You melted a piece of chocolate, you piece of shit. I love you. And then, stands are cool and everything. But god damn it, my favorite fight in this series is a chariot race.
Oh, what?
Joseph versus Wamu in the chariot race from Battle
Tendency. It's really good.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That was so badass. Getting to like you get a sense of Wamu's character from his battle with Caesar. AC/DC's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Cars is psychotic. Wamu's like you're like almost on the verge of risking becoming a Joe Bro. Like you could whole horse this dude. Like let's go.
There we
go. And it winds up being like man to man, 1-on-1 to the death, but dies as a warrior. And even Joseph, like who's prone to using underhanded shitty tactics, like gives him that honorable death.
Yeah.
It was just so satisfying on so many levels. And I think it's the stands have become such an important part of the series for like the creativity that goes into the sequences and how they outsmart each other and outthink each other. And I fucking love that. But something about that chariot race of death was just
it's really good. It's really good.
That's my pick.
That's excellent.
I don't know what fight this was. I think it's Jotaro, Joseph. I forgot the person they're fighting, but it's the one with the whole yes.
Oh, that's
Nope.
Darby's younger brother.
Yeah, Darby the gamer.
Yeah, the gamer, where they were playing like shitty 8-bit games.
Yeah, like
Yes.
baseball. That was
Yeah, the baseball one.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Where
Beautiful.
it wasn't also like Jotaro like didn't know how to play baseball and he
Yeah.
was just like bluffing the entire time
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. Joseph was
That
the
shit
one
was
playing.
great.
Joseph was the one
Yeah.
playing. It was great.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. My favorite battle. I do have some runners up.
Yeah.
Obviously I have to give a shout out to the erased section of part 4. That is the time loop that the little kid whose name I forget gets stuck in because Kira's just like, I'm gonna keep killing you.
Hayato.
Yeah,
Hayato,
Hayato. Yeah, so it's like Hayato versus Kira is fantastic and
That's
very
a
much
good one.
like I see why I like this. I gotta give a shout out to it.
Yeah.
My second runner up is I really dug the entire final battle of Stone Ocean, but specifically the part where they're headed to the Cape Canaveral and just like gravity.
Oh yeah.
That shit, like anti-grav Poochie, I was just like, holy fuck.
You thought he was scary before.
Yeah. I was just I like my mind was blown the entire that entire 2-episode arc of just like them trying to figure out how to even get to him. And I was just like, "Oh, that's so cool." But my favorite battle which is I think a bit of a curveball because I said that this was like tied as my least favorite part.
Ooh, yeah.
It's the body swap part of part 5, the Golden Wind.
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
Yeah, I really
That's a good one.
That's also where we get the reveal that like Bukarati is dead and has been for a very long time.
And Polnareff becomes a turtle.
And Polnareff becomes a turtle. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool shit that happens in there, and there's just I love a good body swap episode. What can I say, guys? Like,
no, it's great.
That's a really solid choice.
Yeah, thank you.
This was also very tough for me. Like I like almost every single fight young Joseph is in, I could throw up there. Of course, Jotaro versus Dio, Polnareff versus Vanilla Ice.
Good one.
The final confrontation of Kira, where it's like a gigantic teamwork battle. Locke, where again like fucking Koichi has to fucking somehow get rid of this depressing lock off of his mom and sister, and he can't punch his way out of it. Pearl Jam, of course, the fucking Italian restaurant where it's not really a fucking battle.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
That one's great.
Again, like almost the entire, so many fucking fights from Stone Ocean and everything like that. Bruno versus Pesci, which I already mentioned, but like, if I had to pick one, it's Giorno versus Cicolata.
Ooh.
The 7-page Muda. Where we finally get Giorno's like real Dio mean streak at the end of the fight. Of just Cicolata's power is fucking horrifying. And it's just like this never-ending losing battle where the second you fucking descend slightly lower, you begin to just decompose and rot. And you have to just keep ascending. It's so fucked up. And Giorno's just vicious, savage fucking beatdown of Cicolata at the end of it is just insane. Like, good God.
Savagery.
Like, we had moments of Giorno being very Dio-esque in terms of cruelty and brutality. But that fucking beatdown is just, good God, dude.
That's a satisfying ass kicking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell
yes,
you.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they build up that guy so well as like he deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't feel bad for Chocolate.
Not at all. And
Yeah.
That's a great choice, Jam.
Yeah. It was a tough pick.
Oh no. I might have actually just thought of one that I like more than the cherry.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I mean it's technically a battle.
Is
in
it
a
the one with
st-
the parasite on Rohan's back where he can't show anybody his back?
No, I wanna
That's the
say
one.
it's Josuke and Rohan gambling.
Ah!
Oh god.
Oh man, that was good. Yeah, that. God, there's.
Excellent.
I think
Excellent.
it might still be the chariot race, but when that whole house lights on fire, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right, I guess the
Yeah.
final one, which Nikku suggested as we were discussing, favorite team.
Yeah. Yeah, favorite team.
Nikku, who's your favorite team?
Fuck.
Wait, I suggested that?
Yeah,
I think I did.
or maybe you did. I don't remember
I think
who.
I did because Nikku was talking about how
Oh
how
right,
good
yeah,
the
yeah,
teams
yeah.
were.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And then I yeah, sorry. Sorry to spring another thing on y'all.
No, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Again, I think I'm fuck. I don't know.
It's really
Stardust
hard.
Boys, but
Stardust Boys, yeah.
Stardust Boys are good.
but I also really like Giorno's squad.
Oh, the
Stardust
Gangstars.
Squad is good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Gangstars. And then Jolene's squad too is
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go with Giorno though. Just the style and everything, so amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
fact
they do have some great style.
You just like the fact that Abakio tried to make Giorno drink piss. All right, Lee.
Okay. All right, part of me is wanting to be a cheeky little shit right now.
Go for it.
Go for
It's
it.
JoJo's.
We'll boo you if it's too out of line.
Part of me wants to be really cheeky. My favorite team is the Pillarmen.
Hey, that's fine. That's
they
fine.
do count. They do count.
We never specified like protagonist team. You could have easily
That's
like
true.
chosen like the Hitman squad from part 5
like,
too.
Dio's
That's
tarot
true.
cards or something.
Yeah, or
that's
fucking
true.
Dio's dumb bastard children.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a mainline team, it would be part 5. I think the camaraderie in Giorno's team is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But
Pillarmen. Yeah, I would
Hey,
be. Yeah,
your mic allowed it that time.
Hey.
Yeah, this time we got it.
Yeah, it's the Pillarmen.
you had to channel that energy. You had to channel the gay dubstep.
I gotta go with them. They're too cool. Like,
Yeah.
there was no more clear an indicator of what the fuck I was getting into than the scene where they awaken for the first time and burst out of the stone and make a bunch of Nazis melt because their bones turn to juice. Like, I don't know what's happening, but
I
these
love it.
three are speaking to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, I stepped in your shadow. You triggered my reflexes. I'm like, whatever you guys are selling, I'm in.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, Kat.
I think I'm gonna go with Jolene's squad.
Okay.
Nice.
For sure.
I was trying to think of like another squad I liked better because I do think that what's his face? Anastasia, what's his name?
Yeah, Anasui.
Anasui.
Yeah.
I think he really brings it down a lot.
Oh, he does.
He brings the team score down a lot.
He's a piece of shit.
Oh, come on. No.
The sex pervert serial
Y'all
killer.
are hard on him. Krista was hard on him.
I just love the one thing I can say about him is my favorite moment. I can't even remember if it was in the show. Was when he goes up to like Jotaro and is like, "I want to marry your daughter," and Jotaro's like, "Wait, what the fuck? Get away from me!"
Yeah, who are you?
Bullshit.
Yeah. I will say that he does improve, and like the moments where he's solo and actually has to like think for himself and do good. I'm like, okay, you're starting to be okay. But there's a good chunk of time where I'm just like, shut the fuck up, Hanasui.
Yeah. I get that.
But like Hermes, Foo Fighters, even
Emporio.
Weather Report.
Weather Forecast, like they're great. Like they're all so great and like fun and interesting. and they, you know, like they have a really interesting team dynamic because it's like they can't always like they don't really all kind of like talk to one another at all.
No, they don't.
But it's like you got the like the primary girl squad and then like a couple of guys that like revolve around them, and it's just like, yeah, that's great. I love it. More of that. So yeah. That's I think my pick for them. I think Hermes might have been my favorite Joe Bro if not for my Himbo King.
just bear with me here. Okay, he's got long pink hair.
Oh my god.
And
yes.
he wears
Apollo
a mesh shirt with literal step on me designs on it.
Yeah.
And that makes him technically like the straightest JoJo character.
You are not wrong, and maybe that's why I don't like him.
Okay, no, on those grounds, absolutely.
Yeah.
Although after the universe change, when he comes back in the purple suit with the hat and the feather, that's drip.
Yeah, yes. And I do like that they like in an alternate universe, they just end up like all of them are together and they're dating, and I'm like, okay, even though I hated him in the other one, I'm like, this is kind of sweet that like they're still a gang.
Yeah.
Good pick.
You know.
This is also really difficult, but I'm just gonna go with the Moria boys.
Nice. Yeah.
Just the camaraderie of just having fun and goofing off between like Josuke and Koichi and Okuyasu, and the added benefit of having Rohan and Jotaro and Joseph, and the fact that like again half the fucking villains just kind of sort of quasi join the group, but like
that's the part I like.
But it's just like the yandere, and the motorcycle dude, and
the little kid that like blew up. At the end.
Yeah. Oh god,
what's his face?
Shigechi, I think.
Shigechi, yeah. And even the marionette guy that they were all kind of like, you're a little too creepy for us, but like we're not gonna hurt you anymore.
And,
you know what I mean?
They got Ghost Girl with them too.
They did get Ghost Girl,
yeah. The Morio crew, when you get all the warriors together, like when you've got Chef Antonio and Cinderella joining the team, it's like, okay, let's go.
The Morio crew is like friendship is magic. Like that's that's like the subtitle of that.
Yeah, basically
those are the real friends that you made along the way.
Like just their camaraderie was strong, and they were just so goofy and just wanted to have fun, and just tragedy fucking strikes with fucking serial killer David Bowie, and they gotta like
hell yeah,
and you know, Josuke very much like Josuke's bonding moments with Joseph of him being super apprehensive about him, but then kind of like learning to care about him and everything. Yeah,
that was dope too.
Yeah.
That's all the categories I got, by the way.
I keep thinking back to Giorno's and just.
Oh yeah. There's so much good shit. There's no real wrong answer unless you choose like favorite stand is like one of the early Stardust Crusader ones where it's just like I can control fire.
Yeah.
I can control water.
Yeah, where you're just like, oh, you're trying. I get it.
I see what you're doing, Araki. You're
if you're like Holly's stand is my favorite, then you're just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the villain in part 3. I think he was Kenny G, who's the illusionist.
Oh yeah.
Who got immediately unceremoniously bodied.
Yeah.
Yes.
To bring me down from maximum hype because Lee loves illusionists. They are like his favorite. And then, oh man, this guy's gonna turn Dio's whole like mansion into a maze of death and deceit. Oh no, he's
just immediately bodied. He's just immediately done.
All right, good talk.
Yeah, good. Nice try, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So is there anything else that we want to like add onto the JoJo's discussion?
You know, I've been trying to think of something to add on, but there's not really a whole lot. I'd be kind of like grasping for straws.
Sure.
The memes are fire.
Memes are always fire.
I do like the memes.
Yeah.
I especially like the one where it's the like series of larger dominoes, and it starts with like the tiny one is guy falls out of a carriage, and the biggest one is 15-year-old takes over the Italian mafia.
Yeah, that's great. I think my favorite meme would still be the Kakuin's legacy meme.
Okuyasu
going like, "Hey, Josuke, your mom's hot," and then it just like shows Kakuin in the sky looking down fondly.
Like Mufasa.
although when I'm Jojo is also very fire. I don't.
Which one's that?
It's very hard to describe. I'll just link it in out of context.
Oh wait, I have another favorite one too. It's a comic. It's a comic somebody drew, and it's Jolene and Jotaro talking, and it's specifically like an expansion of the scene where like she finally learns that like her dad actually really does love her. He's just really bad at showing it. And it's specifically like he's like, yeah, Jolene, of course I love you. I planned for you because I can't accidentally have a kid. If I was going to come in somebody I didn't want to, I would just use Star Platinum to stop time and pull out.
Beautiful.
And then it's just a close up of Jolene's like absolutely disgusted face.
I love it.
And I use it all the time in the Goon Squad Discord to like express disgust. It's like my favorite reaction image.
I love it. Oh, also on that note, in terms of like comic memes, the one Cal linked me where it's Jonathan meeting all of his descendants, and he's just disgusted by their behavior until he gets to Holly, and he has no problems with Holly.
Yes, he's like, Holly's the best, because I mean she is.
She is. She's best girl. She's so girl. Sweet and motherly, and it's great. Like she's it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she's wonderful.
One I'm Jojo is just like a 30-second compilation of just weird out of context clips to like this one song, and it's like the gayest, strangest fucking thing.
That's
beautiful.
I sent the disgusted face.
I love it.
This is what you're missing out on, folks. Get into this series for the memes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Your life will be enriched by the dank memes and the gayness.
Especially.
Yeah.
Josuke's, by the love of God, drop the meat.
Oh, the other of mean, of course, of the gun coming out of the paper.
Oh God.
Oh man, there's so much great shit.
It's a brilliant show for igniting creativity and kind of letting the imagination run wild. And if you are an impressionable male listener who has up until this point possibly considered yourself heterosexual, look, keep an open mind and and buckle up.
You know, on that note too, just like one final point to make about JoJo and why it's interesting and fresh and unique after like 30 fucking goddamn years and not stale. As far as I'm aware, Araki is still the only fucking mangaka to have JoJo, like his JoJo art displayed in the fucking Louvre, which is insane.
Yes.
And he's the only mangaka to get a partnership with fucking Gucci to design JoJo-style fashions for the brand.
I was going to say that. I didn't know, but I was going to say, one, just in general, JoJo swag is OP. I mean that on the characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've seen some JoJo suits that I want to get personally.
Honestly, we should have added another category, favorite outfit, but
slickest drip.
Yeah, it would be way too much now because I
already got it. The answer's Rohan.
Lee got me a replica Kira tie, and Kat. I already mentioned this to Kat. I was gonna say.
Did you wear it to my wedding?
No, because I wanted to be responsible and grown up and adult. I pitched it to you.
Almost did.
And I pitched it to you, and I was like, I'm very tempted to wear this. And you were like, I'm half tempted to tell you to fucking do it. On that note too, I just want to just like on a cute little JoJo note of again, Kat. It took me a while to get her to watch JoJo's, but then when she had me officiate, like be the officiant for her fucking wedding, she wrote like the speech for me to say because I was bad at that shit, and she snuck in a JoJo's reference.
I did.
Let's go.
I did. It's very unsubtle if you
know
JoJo's, but if you don't, it just sounds like a cutesy little line.
Yeah, where I call their marriage a bizarre adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there you go.
So it was like the parents don't get it. Everyone else probably is kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
And then everybody who gets it is like, ah.
No, that's the way to do it. I officiated the wedding of two good friends of mine, Ben and Liz, and I carpet bombed their speech with D&D references.
Oh, fuck
Beautiful.
yeah.
That's
fuck
great.
Yeah.
I'm sure Caroline was rolling her eyes at the line.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. All right. Well, if this does it for JoJo's, let's get into the brief little next segment of asking a certain someone what their 3 favorite games are.
Yeah. Sticking with our tradition. So
yeah, because I think
got guests on the Gooncast, we want to know a little bit about them.
And I believe that this tradition started after you guested for.
Yeah, we've only done it once, and that was with Mike because we've only had Mike on. Because a lot of episodes were just us 3.
Yeah. Hey.
But wait up, before we move on from the JoJo's, if you're a fan of Yakuza, there's a good chance you're going to be a huge fan of JoJo. Just putting it out there, and vice versa.
That's right. Yes. They cross-pollinate.
They do. They do. If you like men ripping their shirts off to, finally fight one another in a super climactic battle.
If you like hype battles and if you like hype battles and homoeroticism, go play Yakuza or watch JoJo's.
Just Google Tequila Joseph.
Yeah.
And see if it tickles anything. And don't run from it. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh.
As for my 3 favorite games, though, is it obvious if I say Mario Maker?
I can go for it.
I mean, it is, but also totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Let the viewers out there know.
Let the people know, huh?
That's right.
Why do you like Mario Maker?
Because it's always something new, and even it's constantly always some new garbage. Because a lot of the levels are awful.
No.
But there is a lot of fun that comes to it, and just being able to find out new ways to probably cheese a level or get better at a certain trick and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Maker that I really, really do enjoy.
Good pick.
Yeah, that's great.
What's another one? I
was gonna say, I also have a game that I really like to play that has a lot of user-generated content, and so I very much feel that 90% of it is garbage.
Yeah.
but when you find a gem, that makes it all the more oh, this is so good. You did such a good job with this one.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. When you toss out a like to a level, it's because it's definitely earned, and you're. I found something good in this pile of garbage.
Yep.
Something worth holding on to.
I've been dumpster diving, and lo.
Exactly. After that, but for sure, Super Mario 64 for nostalgia reasons.
Okay. Gotcha. Very cool.
And I'm gonna say, for sure, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and just the series in general.
Okay.
I really, really do love.
Okay.
Bible Black, you say? Controversial.
What about?
You got to have the classic survival horror on there.
For sure. I've been waiting on Resident Evil 4 to come out, or the remake, because I really wanted to learn how to speedrun. But with Resident Evil 4, I was all like, I have to. But yeah. What about...
That'll be great. That'll be fun to see.
Beautiful.
Assuming you might stream it.
No, yeah. I got it. I gotta get them PBs
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my god, you should join in like if you guys ever do another race or something.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Yeah.
So should we catch up on our weeks and then close this baby out?
You mean months?
Yes, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, like, what has everybody been doing since the last Gooncast?
Oh goddamn! Well, this is the start of
It's
the new
been a lot.
season. This is the start of season 3. So yeah, first of
Oh,
all, thanks
yeah.
for
Wait, is
hanging
it?
with us.
It is.
Yeah.
Congrats, Nikku.
Ooh,
Congrats.
GG's to you
Which,
guys on season 3. I'm
Thank
honored.
you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
funny enough, I'd have to go back and check, but I also think our season 2 premiere episode was the Silent Hill retrospective.
Y'all, let's go.
You might be right. Yeah.
So
No,
I think
you are
Nikku's just our strong opening act.
Yeah,
2
and this
seasons in a row now.
This is
Oh,
also
yeah.
going to be the whatchamacallit, the anniversary episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
Banana Boat was our season 2 opener.
Oh
Didn't
well.
count it.
yeah.
But
Whatever.
Nikku was second episode, which was like a week later,
Episode 2.
or 3 days later. So it was close.
So yeah, so it's been a hot minute. So there's definitely more than the usual just couple of weeks to catch up on, but I'll keep it very concise. Your boy is finally with the modern times and has conquered the mountains of supply and demand issues that have been placed in front of him. I got a PS5.
Hey.
Oh, hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
I have
Hell
done
yeah.
basically jack shit with it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
understood.
Because
Understandable.
in true form of getting the newest console, the first thing you do is you play something from last gen. So I've been playing Bloodborne.
Nice.
This game mercilessly slaps. I've been a fan of the game without ever touching it, just from like watching several playthroughs, reading the lore. I'm in love with it. And getting hands-on with it, it feels really good. I think Elden Ring trained me well for the challenge. And then my PS5 kind of got hijacked because Krista found some stuff on there that she's really digging. So
Nice.
I'm just kind of letting her do that because I've got to catch up on the Atelier Ryza series because now Atelier Ryza 3 has dropped and I have not quite finished 2 yet. So my current game right now is Atelier Ryza 2. Which is it's fantastic. I mean, I platinumed the first one. It made my Gooncast list for the year that it came out.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
It's such a solid series. It's so cute. Like, I'm sorry. Your save the world stories can take a hike. Your noble hero coming from, the small village to become a destined champion storylines can fuck right off. I want my main character to be an adorable little mischief goblin who learns alchemy just because she can commit better mischief with explosives.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
character growth.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm playing Ryza 2 right now. Bloodborne is on the back burner, but I'm gonna get to it as soon as I can. And then coming down the pipeline, super excited for any more news on Armored Core 6. Street Fighter 6 is gonna own my life. That's about what I've been up to. I've just been working so goddamn much lately.
I feel that.
I hear that.
Adulting and all that adulting stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Nice.
Yeah. That's quite the list though. Anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of the vast amounts of work.
I'll do a quick little interlude on films. John Wick 4 is really good. It's a little too long, but it's really good. Creed 3 slapped.
Cool.
Nice.
Creed 3 was great.
Nice. Cool.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Okay. It's been a while since our last cast.
It's been a while.
I know. I'm not entirely sure if did I talk about Forspoken on the pod last
Not
time?
on the pod, no.
Not on the pod, no.
Okay. So then, yeah, I actually just this weekend I ended up getting my plat for it. So I can say that I understand the criticisms of it because it's definitely not a fantastic game. However, I do think that a lot of people like jumped on it too early, jumped on the judgment train too early. You know, like they saw one clip and were like, "Oh my god, all of this dialogue sounds awful." And it's just like, yeah, it's not great, but it's also not the worst dialogue I've ever heard. And
Sure.
you know, like, and I also think I really needed a game that I could just like play mindlessly, where I'm just like I just want like an open world game where I can just kind of like run around and play mindlessly. I saw Stephanie Sterling's review of it that basically said like, yeah, it's a mindless, you know, open world game, and I was just like, you know, that's kind of all I need. And I looked at the like PowerPix website to see how hard the platinum was, and it was like 3 out of 10. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go for a plat here. And it actually ended up doing something in the like third act that I really, really dug.
Cool.
That like, and it was kind of actually the first time too that a game has done something for me in the third act that recontextualized an interesting like aspect of the game that then made the post game like cleanup interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't want to get too much into spoilers with that, but that to me I was like a tiny little gem in like the very roughness that was the rest of that game.
Sure.
So, yeah, but I appreciate what they tried to do. I just don't think they hit all their marks necessarily. Oh, and the combat fucking slaps. The combat is amazing.
Okay,
Like,
that's the big one, because that
Yeah.
looked like what should have been the selling point of the game,
Yes.
was that combat system.
Oh, absolutely it should have been. And it was just it's fantastic. It's so fun and versatile, and you can just like basically like pick anything to kind of specialize in. The pacing for how you get your powers is not great because you spend a lot of time with like the opening set, and then you unlock like the last 3 powers like almost all at once. And it's just kind of like, that's not great, you know, but nonetheless, it was really fun to just like run around and experiment with things and try to complete challenges. So yeah, so Forspoken was all right. Leading up to actually in the next 2 weeks, the Sherlock Holmes game that I've been like hugely anticipating is releasing. So I backed their Kickstarter. I've been kind of like, you know, on the edge of my seat for like, oh, whenever they're ready, I'm just so excited. So it's almost here, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing that. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna stream it because I kind of haven't streamed in a really long time, and I don't know about that, but I'm definitely going to play it at least once, probably more than once. I am so excited.
Cool.
On a movie front, I actually wanted to bring up because I watched a couple of things and they've been fine. I watched the new Avatar movie. It was fine. It was really pretty, but fine. I watched a bunch of other things. But recently, Will and I picked up a Korean action thriller that I had never heard of before. It's called Emergency Declaration.
Okay.
And it was made 2 years ago, and it is about a terrorist attack that happens on a plane where a guy like releases a virus that infects very quickly and kills very quickly. And then it's sort of like all of the fallout for like, you know, this is a plane that's flying from Korea to Hawaii. And then sort of like all of the like international and, you know, sort of like it's almost a little bit Shin Godzilla-esque in that like there's a lot of like bureaucracy that happens in it too. But what really impressed me with this movie, because like what really impressed me was that it felt like an American action thriller. Like it felt like something where like you know, in the early 2000s, Bruce Willis would have been like the main character who's like a cop. And actually the main character he's a cop who's like investigating like on like in Korea because they're like, oh, this guy threatened to, threatened to commit a terrorist attack, and we're trying to figure out like what's going on here. He's played by the main character from Parasite.
Oh,
the like main dad character. Yeah.
Okay.
So like actually a lot of like big name Korean actors in this movie. And then it also follows like a guy on the plane who like has a really young daughter, and he's like a former like disgraced pilot, and like the cop's wife is also on the plane, and then like following the like basically everything that's happening on the plane is like the major point of the movie. But what really impressed me was that it felt like an American thriller. Like it had kind of like all of the beats, and also all of the like, it kind of like one of the like those disaster thrillers. You know what I mean? Where it's like there's equal elements of like action and tragedy, and like it was almost like Greenland-esque, or like not necessarily like 2021 or sorry 2012 or anything like that, but like sort of that ilk. And I was just really impressed by the cinematography was really good. There were a couple of scenes where so like there's one scene in particular which I'm not going to spoil too much of the movie, but there's a scene in particular where the head pilot he's gotten infected, but nobody knows it yet, because like some of the particles ended up on like his food. And they didn't realize that. So the co-pilot had gone into the back to like try to help passengers, and he realizes like, oh, I might be exposed, so I'm not going to go back to the cockpit yet, just in case, so I don't expose you. But actually the pilot has already been exposed, and he ends up dying at the wheel, and like, or at the steering column, I don't know what you call
Controls.
it. He dies at the controls, and he ends up like collapsing on it and sending the plane like into a barrel roll descent towards the ocean.
Shit.
Yeah, and there's a scene where it's like inside the where all the passengers are, and just like the way it was shot, where like there's people getting like thrown out of their seat and up onto the ceiling, and like the sound editing was just so cool and interesting, and I was just like, my God, like I can't believe like this is the budget for this. This feels like a huge Hollywood blockbuster production. Like I'm so impressed, like I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah. Because I'm used to much more like quieter international films, I think because I tend to just watch the like really, really good ones, so like Parasite obviously like doesn't have a whole lot of CGI or like insane special effects or like stunts or something like that. So seeing it to the scale of like a huge fucking passenger plane, I was just like, damn, that's cool.
Nice.
And yeah, it definitely falls into a lot of the like action movie tropes where like there's a lot of like setup that doesn't make sense, where it's just like, oh, this guy literally said I'm going to commit a terrorist attack on an airplane tomorrow, and like the airport isn't like at like DEFCON 1 or whatever. Like it's just like, guys, this is a post 9/11 and a post COVID world. Like there would be a little bit more to do about this if somebody threatened a terrorist attack on an airplane. It's kind of a big deal, especially for like like an airport with international flights. You're just like, no. But at the same time, you're kind of like, yeah, Air Force One didn't make any sense either. Like the setup for that didn't make any sense either. We just needed to get Harrison Ford on the fucking plane and to beat up some Russians. You know what I mean? Like it's just like whatever. But yeah, it was fun. I think it was a very fun, like worthwhile watch. So yeah, and it's very much like, it's not a very thinky movie. It's not a very like highbrow movie. I think it's sitting at like a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. And that's about where I would probably put it too. Like it's just, but I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nikku, do you got anything like you want to talk about that you've been up to for the last couple months? Weeks? What you've been playing, what you've been watching, what you've been doing?
Being a Jojo fan.
All right, yeah, checks out, yeah.
Yeah.
Just been a lot more busy with work, but also been just trying to plan for stuff house-wise, content-wise as well.
Cool.
And yeah, I don't know if you know, but there's a crossover between Ishin and this ramen spot called Shinsengumi.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was able to get all the, what are those things called? The Ishin coasters. So like the one with Kiryu.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, pretty much. I've also really been enjoying the movies with you guys when I get the chance.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah, the watch
We've had
parties have
some
been
great
fun.
watch parties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
so actually, yeah, we did Shin Godzilla. I don't know if you were there for that one, Nikku. You were, right? For a
yeah,
bit.
I believe I was there for the latest Godzilla.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was
That
great.
one was really fun. I also really dug. We did last one was Fright Night and Mouth of Madness and
Zach Baggins, Joe Exotic, Horse Piss.
Zach Baggins. Yeah, the horse piss. That was something else.
Yeah, it's great.
In my waking dreams, I still see her.
Yeah, my favorite. What I found really funny about that
pissing in an abandoned bedroom.
You like passed the fuck out midway through that because like
Oh,
we were all
yes, I
saying
did.
goodbye and I noticed you were still in VC, so I like disconnected you just so like you weren't lurking in VC all night.
Thank you, James. I was going to message you. Yeah, I fell the fuck asleep at some point.
Beautiful.
But yeah, not until after horse piss. So
Yeah. This is great.
oh.
In terms of me, I haven't really watched too much stuff, but I did recently watch a pretty interesting documentary that I liked. It was called Leap of Faith, and it's about the making of The Exorcist. It's basically like a almost like 2-hour interview with William Friedkin of him just discussing the making of The Exorcist. It's on Shudder.
Nice.
It was pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check that out.
In terms of games, I played a bit of Like a Dragon Ishin, and I need to get a little more into that. But so far I'm super digging it. For those unaware, it's the Yakuza Feudal Japan spinoff game. And then in terms of stuff I've completed, that's like a new fresh playthrough and stuff like that. Callisto Protocol was a piece of shit. Spicy Take, I Dead Space Remake was a piece of shit. Non-spicy take, Hi-Fi Rush fucking slapped.
Yeah,
Hi-Fi Rush was so much
Hi-Fi Rush
fun.
is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna keep this last one brief in the event that Lee and Kat play it. We could probably do a Gooncast on it, but I went through the Resident Evil 4 remake and I beat it. And full disclosure, as part of the Capcom creators team, I got a free key for that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I liked it. I don't want to go too much into what I like and what I dislike because we could potentially save that for an episode. But yeah,
we should 100%.
It gets my recommendation. Plus, also, even though I got a free key, I did also buy myself a copy, so it's not like a biased opinion entirely. I just get to play it early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And then also, Volcano Bake Meat, Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal has been an experience.
Oh yeah.
For those those unaware, as to the best of my knowledge, somebody took the Japanese version of Pokemon Crystal and translated it badly into Chinese, and then it was translated badly into Vietnamese, and then that was translated badly back into English. So it is just
Who's on first?
Yeah, and it is just a it is an experience in terms of just comedic nonsense. Like for example, potions are called drug, and when you pick it up, when you pick up a potion, it just says drug bag fuck. It's beautiful.
Correct.
Professor Oak is elf monster. Everybody is weirdly unintentionally horny in this game.
I'm trying to find the favorite, my favorite of the clips you sent me, but there was one that was like specifically like, when will the pain stop or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
when will the pain stop is a classic.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's like it's where does the pain release?
Yeah, I took a bunch of screenshots from it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Libyan relic was a good one. Where does the pain release? Some trainer told me baji baji. Some trainer called me up and said, "My camel more handsome." Camel is Ratata, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there's another screenshot I took where I picked up an item and it said "greasy bag fuck." Some of the names are pretty fantastic. Like Bulbasaur is called Seed, Charmander is called Shod, Squirtle is called Gold, Cubone is Yella, Getty is Growlithe. Spearow? That's Bird.
Just Bird.
It's just Bird. A Butterfree called me Papa. It's yeah. Get watch somebody's Let's Play or locate the ROM and play it yourself. JonTron did a video of it in his bootleg Pokemon games, and it's an experience. Yeah, so I guess that'll do it. Nikku, thank you for joining us. Where can we find you and all that fun stuff?
Oh, at Nikku, I was gonna say Nikku Hentai.
No.
Speak your truth.
R.I.P. Nikku Hentai.
We know who you are.
We know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Twitch can't keep you can't keep a good hentai down.
All right. Oh, and speaking of, we're also pretty close to 2K follows.
Hey.
Speaking of hentai,
Let's
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
you're gonna celebrate with the Bible Black stream, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Let's get it again.
Yeah. Speed running band, let's go.
Oh man. But yeah, NikkuSenpai on Twitch, and I think on every other social media, I think senpai _.
Cool.
Nice.
Which I'm gonna try to be a little bit more active on. Silly
Nice.
times. But yeah, thank you guys again for having me. Always hanging out with you guys.
Hell yeah.
This was a blast. Absolutely.
Yeah, and again, GG's on the start of season 3.
Yeah.
Nothing
God.
can stop us.
Right?
Okay, well, I guess I'll do my sign off first. It's Cat Attack, aka the Attack Cat on Twitch. Don't really stream a whole lot anymore. I might come back for Sherlock Holmes because I just want to celebrate that game with y'all. I'm really pumped for it, but we'll see. We'll see how my schedule and my everything else that's going on in my life goes.
Yeah.
Lee.
Sure.
And of course, this has been your boy Lee Alder, the Valley Jester. You can catch me on Twitch whenever I decide to stream at twitch.tv/valleyjester. I will make no promises about any content coming soon because I tend to not follow through on these promises.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Because adulting takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it sucks.
Do.
I'm in the gym for 2.5 hours every day. I want to die.
Yeah. This is James, also known as Saber0307. You can find me there on Twitch at that username or elsewhere. I stream fairly frequently. I've been putting off backlog shit for way too fucking long. Insert Lee's joke about you can't keep running from Nomura and Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts proud mode, coward.
It'll come eventually. Yeah.
Omicron.
Fuck. Yeah. So yeah, that'll do it for the Gooncast. Hopefully we can get back to doing this a little bit more on the regular, assuming our times sync up and everything like that. But in the meantime, y'all stay safe, be excellent to each other, and all that fun shit. Everybody get fucked, and JoJo fans when they see unsuck cock.
JoJo fans when they see unsucked cock.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
Take
night.
care.
Oh, we almost had a pillar man.
Oh no, do it. I might as well and it cut out Lee again.
The perfect outro.
Beautiful.
Working as intended.
10 out of 10.
Wait, does anybody know know the words to roundabout? Good night, everybody.